Hi everyone, it's Monica with Scrap Saturdays, and thank you so much for joining me for another Scraptastic layout. Here I'm using a photo of my living room when it's all dressed up and ready for Santa's visit. I am using some vellum to create a lower half separation of the patterned paper, and I love the shadow that it casts there. It kind of brings in a little bit of a gray tone to the layout once the vellum is layered on top of there. And I do struggle a little bit with this process video, I'm not gonna lie, or not the video itself, but putting together of this layout wasn't the smoothest, but in the end I'm absolutely thrilled with the results. And I'm getting down to bare minimums with a lot of my embellishments for this kit. I don't think there was enough to begin with, and I know that sounds horrible, but I kind of don't have the same problem as everyone else does. You know how they feel a little bit shy to dig into their kits and they don't know where to start? I'm kind of the opposite. I love to dig right in there and start going, scrap happy on all the stickers and enamel dots and everything and all the goodness that comes in my kits. I kind of like it. I kind of love finishing my packaging and stuff like that. And so there's a couple of topics I wanted to broach today, and one of them was I was just watching Hannah do her video, and she was saying that she hadn't done a recorded video in a while, that most of the videos she had, or layouts she had done, had been off camera. She was fulfilling a lot of challenges, and she said that, sometimes when the camera is rolling, it is completely different than when we are, scrapbooking alone or with our own time without a camera there. And I have to agree with Hannah Lemieux. I feel that, yeah, absolutely. It would be lying to say that you don't feel extra pressure when on top of, does my paper match? Is my layout going to turn out like this? And what should I do? And where should I put things? In the back of your mind, you now also have, is my battery fully charged? Am I, successfully recording this? Did it stop recording? Am I in frame? Is it fuzzy? Is it blurry? There's so many things that run through your mind. Am I going over time? How long is this? How long should I edit this out? So there is a lot of stress to, producing and making a video and recording yourself while you're doing something that sometimes doesn't go as planned. And I do feel that she has a lot of truth to that. So I think it's like anything. I think you have to get into the practice of, right? The practice of scrapbooking while being recorded. You have to get into the practice of using up your embellishments when you get them. And that comes to my second issue. We all love to hoard things, and why do we hoard things? And that's, could be 100 different things. Is it because we didn't have anything before? Did we grow up in an area or a place where we wished we had more things? Like I'm not sure, but we love patterned paper, and we love pretty things. And I've come into the habit more often, especially in this last year of crafting, where I know you've seen me use a whole strip of cut-aparts from Scraptastic on one single layout. The kind that come in their pre-printed forms, and I just go to town and I use them. And I know for some people it sounds or looks shocking. You'd think, oh my goodness, she just used that whole piece there. But once you let go and once you actually do that, it becomes easier the next time. The less and less you hoard, right? And so I guess for me, that's the whole thing. I've embraced it so much now that I am so happy. And then again, back to Hannah Lemieux and what she was saying in her video is, it's so hard to implement the old with the new, or so hard to go back to your old. And how do you get reinvigorated to use that when you're just hoarding it in your stash? You want to move along with the current trend. It's almost like, anything in fashion and style. I mean, it's not nice to say, but sometimes you love something so much, but you loved it 5 years ago. So if you don't allow yourself to get into the habit of using what you purchased right at that time, sometimes you miss the bus on that. So as you can see, I've moved along in this layout, and I've used my snowflake border punch instead of my book border punch. And yes, I'm probably going to have to be like, hiding it as Rory told me to because I love that book edge. But I did take out my Martha Stewart Snowflake border punch and I love it. And I kept the negatives at the top corner there, and I'm going to be placing them down onto the layout afterwards. And here I'm going to struggle quite a bit for the next, I think, minute or 2 minutes with this L-shaped layering corner that I think I want to do. And to be truthful with all of you, I do feel that I really want to embrace not wasting the paper behind my photo. Like I told you in my previous video, I do feel that the foam backing gives me a lot of what the whole pattern paper gave me as a whole sheet. But at the same time, I'm trying a different style and I'm trying to see what I can do with just an L-shaped type corner piece there, and it does not work for me on this layout. So I think I'm going to give it another shot or two. I'm not a quitter, but I do believe that I might resort going back to my old ways and just putting a full sheet behind my photos, because I really did get turned off by how much I struggled with this one. But overall, I really like the home, the title home there with my gold thickers, and I'm down to like bare letters. And yet another YouTuber, Juliet, was saying, what do we do at the end with our, letters and our thickers? And I had suggested on her comment that I'm going to get my kids to play Scrabble and try to make letters or words out of the leftover letters and just see what we can do. But when you don't have too many vowels, there's not much you can do, I guess. Here I'm just adding another piece of that Scraptastic exclusive striped red piece of paper. When I held up the layout, it gives me a little bit of a better angle as to what I feel the page needs or doesn't need. And I'm just loving adding that extra pop of red at the top. So I think it kind of borders or frames out my layout quite nicely. And so it's just another way of, adding. I mean, I could have torn that edge too and made it even an extra thick layer there. So I think here is where everything kind of goes a little bit downhill for me while I'm trying to glue down my little L-shaped layering here. And so I go at it with my scissors thinking that I could fix this issue, and no, I make it worse. Now it looks like a chewed L. And so I wrestle with it, pull it up, try to cut it again, as you can see, and pull it apart completely and give up on that piece. And the POW paper is very resilient, so it survives and it makes it down onto my layout yet again. And here I go with my hot glue, not giving up. And I attempt number 467 to get this back into place, and I have to bend back my photo because now it's gone through such torture with all that lifting and peeling that it actually left quite a bit of a dent. But like I told you, I'm not a quitter. I come right back in there again with that snowflake pattern piece of paper and tuck it in there. And yes, it'll still slide a little bit, like it's giving up and it's saying, no, I will not stay. And I'm saying, yes, you will. So here I go with the slow little tedious job of putting down these snowflakes, but they have so much detail to them. I just love their branches, as I think that's what you would call them. I have no idea, but they curl up naturally when you punch them through the punch. So I lay them down in that form so they're kind of cup shaping, where the arms or the branches of the snowflakes just point upwards. And it's just such a beautiful layered effect to my page there. Using up one more of those Maya Rhodes paper clips, which I truly love, and it brings back that same design as the snowflakes from the Martha Stewart, so they all kind of match. And since I've run out of enamel dots, these snowflakes are also an excellent way to add small little clusters of details without adding too much color. And the background paper is already busy enough, so it's perfect that it's vellum on vellum or vellum on white. The Tombow glue is working well for me. I don't like the Tombow Aqua. I like that it's clear when it dries. I've told you that. But like many of you have told me, I have reverted back to the green and white tube as well. And yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll save it for other things, but for now, I haven't found any of those fine line bottles close to home. I think I'll have to order it online as well so that I can put my leftover quick dry adhesive, which is just sitting in bottles with their tops all clogged up. I've given up on the quick dry until I think I find those fine lines. We do have a hobby shop close by, and I've just been too lazy to go in and find out if they do have those fine line bottles, but I will, because I believe it's what people who make little models would use. And here I'm using the Webster's Pages tile letters. And I have a love-hate relationship with these letters. They either don't want to tear apart from the base of their sheet, or I pull out one letter and I take out another 6 with me. So I don't know, I'm not the most eloquent at putting those down, but I really like the title, Snow Place Like Home. And I think it's very fitting. And I like using more than one font. I've embraced that style as well. So that's kind of fun for me. And I really like that the snow sticker has the same ticket stub cutout that I used for my cut apart sheet there, the Let's Stay Home background, the beige paper with the house and the heart. I just added that to the corners just for a little bit more interest on the background. At this point in my video, although I'm putting down such a cute little latte cup, I do notice that my battery is running out. So I think that at the end, if you take the time to finish the whole video, you'll see some close-up shots and you'll see some other stickers that I added towards the end when I had no more battery to record. But I did polish off that sticker sheet. I think I only have 3 stickers left. So I may do a Kill-A-Kit video. I've never done one of those before. Usually I don't use one kit in its entirety all the way to the end. I usually get to the point where I'm ready to hack into my new kit, so I kind of put them together. But this one, I think I'm going to complete it to the end because the pictures are theme sensitive in a sense that they're all winterish and the embellishments are deemed for winter type things. So I might do a video like that as well. So here I'm just layering some more foam onto that coffee cup just because of where it's going to sit. There's a tearing effect there with too many layers of paper, so it needs to balance out so that it stays flush in the way that I want it. When I add my hot glue, if you'll notice, I kind of use my finger to tip it upwards and kind of control where I want it to dry. And I'm loving the hot glue. It's really giving me that quick, lay it down gratification. And I'm coming to an end here. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day and you're being inspired as usual. Thank you kindly for all your support, your comments, your likes, and my subscribers. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you soon.